the Piute Thunderbirds and the Wendover Wildcats. This is the Zions Bank pregame report. And guys, we got a big game here today. Both teams coming off of some big wins yesterday.
Yeah, we'll start over with the Wendover Wildcats. They bounced back against Manila after a tough loss to Tabiona. They beat them 42-35, dominant second half after trailing by 7 at halftime. They went on to outscore the Mustangs 26-12 in the third and fourth quarters. Millie Hicks is an outstanding player, and I'm looking forward to seeing her play again today.
And look on the other end with the Piute T-Birds. Day 2 yesterday, they lost to Thursday, they lost to Rich 43-21, but were able to kind of bounce back from that, winning the game against Whitehorse on a buzzer-beating shot to put them up by 2. So it was just spectacular teamwork from this Piute team.
Yeah, that was the Zions Bank pregame report. For banking designed to help you score more, Zions Bank is for you. Now let's get you your starters here for this 5th place game. Starting first with the designated visiting team, Piute. They've got senior number 1, Ainsley Talbot, junior number 2, Amy Morgan, junior number 22, Cameron Gaylor, sophomore number 24, Kennedy King, and senior number 32, Casey Gleave. And for the home team, the Wendover Wildcats, starting senior number 1, Paula Gomez, senior 10, Cadence Murphy, sophomore 15, Millie Hicks, and senior 22, Gabby Delgado, as we're underway with the ball going out of bounds, and it's going to be Wendover ball off the turnover.
Yeah, it was a great job that time by Murphy to cut off baseline right side. Just an easy force of turnover right there. Now they get a chance to take an early lead right here.
Wildcats set up their half-court offense here. Shot goes off the rim. Defensive rebound by the Thunderbirds looking to run. In transition, they get the layup. It's no good there by Morgan. Offensive rebound. And then it's stolen away by the Wildcats.
Slow starts have kind of been a theme for this Wendover team. Not really having excellent first halves, but they do really come alive in the second. So they're going to be looking to kind of break that pattern going into this game.
Another turnover here, this time for the Wildcats. Piute looking to run again. It's Morgan again under the basket. Too strong on the layup as Murphy gets another defensive rebound. They swing over to Natalie Alvarez, who actually got the start.
I love watching Alvarez play. She is just extremely scrappy. She will come soaring in for rebounds. Despite being one of the smallest players on the court, she just has the heart of a lion.
And there is the first 2 points of the game, and they belong to Millie Hicks.
Yeah, last time these two teams played, it was Millie Hicks who dropped 23 points, which was almost half of her team's total when they dropped 50 on February 9th.
Now that's impressive. Any time in high school basketball you can score over 20 and almost half your team's points, that's just something you need to be impressed by.
Piute setting up their half-court offense now with 12 on the shot clock. They get it down low. The layup this time rolls in, and I believe that was Gleave.
That was Gleave. Great little turnaround jumper that time. Like you were talking about, Aiden, I feel like a lot of the players, you're talking about Alvarez, I feel like they understand their strengths, what they do best on the floor, and they're executing them today.
As Gleave gets the steal there, she's gotten the fast break. Her layup is blocked, but there's a foul. That foul's going to go, I believe, on Gomez.
It looks like it's going to be Delgadillo, I believe.
Delgadillo.
Yeah, Delgadillo, she put her arms down a little bit there in transition. We've been talking about it all weekend long. A lot of players are kind of just going straight up, and then they kind of bend their arms down, they get the foul.
And while we're here at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, as we'll head to Tyler Gibb here with the sideline report. Great, thanks, Tyler. And now we've got a 3 there from Gomez.
Ball will come in out sideline this time.
Yeah, that's the sideline. I almost lost my life yesterday trying to run across the court.
Hey, you were the best cameraman yesterday, for sure.
I take offense to that, but nonetheless, Piute doesn't care. They go for the jumper there with Talbot. It goes out.
I thought that was a good jumper that time by Talbot, though. She's finding her open spot. Oh, there's Millie down low. Beautiful dish.
Beautiful dish and a beautiful left-handed lay in there for Millie Hicks. It's always good when your bigs are running up and down the court and being the first ones down on the offensive end.
Yeah, being able to run to the rim as a big man is one of the most important skills because, you know, lots of times big men, usually limited mobility just because of the sheer size of them. So being able to run at that speed and make a play at the rim, it's something you always want to look for as a coach.
Wendover strips the ball out of bounds, so Piute maintains possession here as they trail 7-4 early on here in the first quarter.
I also feel like in transition, everyone's understanding their spatial awareness.
What an inbounds play there as Gaylor became wide open for the easy lane. It's 7-6.
Yeah, as they run down the court, you see no one's really running into each other. They all know their lanes, and they're kind of sticking to them. And that's really a sign of a very cohesive offense from these Wildcats.
Hicks dishes it back outside. This three-pointer is no good. It was Murphy on the attempt. And a foul on the rebound.
That's going to be 2 early fouls now on Gabby Delgadillo, the senior. So obviously this is her last game as a Wildcat, so she's going to sit down so she can get some playing time later on.
Yeah, and that's one of the this is where those fouls really start weighing on you mentally, knowing that this is your last game of your senior campaign. You don't want to foul out, so that's definitely something that can have a mental toll on a player.
Thunderbirds, look to take their first lead here of the day. Setting up their half-court offense with Morgan at the top of the key. Needs help. Finds it by way of Talbot. Back over to Morgan. Morgan now drives to her left. Kicks back out. Nice step through there. Layup too strong, though, by Gaylor. Rebound fought for and won by the Thunderbirds. Gleave will take the three, and it's good. A Bryce Canyon City three-point shot for Casey Gleave, and she's got 7 early points.
That's been a theme throughout the girls' tournament for 1A. Is offensive rebounding has been huge for teams who come away with wins. They just out-hustle and are able to come up with big second, third, sometimes even fourth and fifth chance opportunities, and that can be a real turning point in close games.
Alvarez just short there on that reverse layup for the Wildcats. Thunderbirds now looking to add to their lead, and Morgan has a nice move to the basket, can't get it to the finish.
Yeah, Morgan's a really shifty player. We've seen a few times she starts at the top of the key, she kind of calls some screens over, and she can do a little bit of a pick and roll with Gleave, or that time she takes it herself a little bit strong, but I really like the moves that the Thunderbirds are making right now on offense.
Baseline drive here for the Wildcats. They kick it back out to Alvarez to reset with 15 on the shot clock. Hicks now on the elbow. They kick it back out. It's a 3 for Gomez. It's off. Hicks gets the board, though. Good hustle. Hook shot. No good. And Talbot gets the defensive rebound. Almost thought we had Kareem in the building.
Yeah, nice little baby Kareem, though. You know, he described Magic Johnson's game-winning shot in the 84 finals as a junior hook shot. That would have been a junior hook shot.
Three-pointer for the Thunderbirds is just short. Hicks gets the defensive rebound for the Wildcats.
You know, in today's era, we talk a lot about lost art. I feel like the hook shot is one of those key pieces of modern culture. We've lost it.
Yeah, we've gone away. We must return to where we came from. The hook shot, probably my favorite shot in basketball. It's a work of art, like you were saying.
It's difficult.
Yeah, and you have to go up with the right angle with the hand and keep it at such a height that no one's going to be able to reach it. But so if you can pull it off effectively, it's one of those moves. Definitely the original unblockable shot.
As the Thunderbirds throw it out of bounds on the fast break there. So another turnover. Wildcats still down by 2 here, looking to get that lead back with the 3 or tie it up with the 2.
Got a little bit of high pressure now from the Thunderbirds, a little bit of a press here. They don't want to get the Wildcats in rhythm in the half court.
And it's a travel there on Murphy. She just shuffled her feet there when she picked up her dribble.
Unrelated note on the Thunderbirds, I just really like their jersey colors. That's a very nice combination.
It was good analysis right there.
Yeah, thank you. Groundbreaking. I'm the Magic Johnson of TV analysis. This team won because they had more points.
As the loose ball goes out of bounds, last touch though by the Wildcats. Piute has another out of bounds play here where they got a nice, easy, wide open layup here the last time.
Yeah, doing a little bit of a box formation right there as they're coming in baseline. Great inbound pass right there. And the foul.
One there for Ainsley Talbot. The strength to get that up there through the contact and into the basket there as she can add to this 4-point lead from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
And that, kids, is why you hit the weight room, able to muscle that one through, up and in.
And it's pure. 3 points now here for Talbot in the first quarter as it's a 12-7 lead for Piute, 2 minutes to play. Gomez brings it up for the Wildcats. Finds help in Murphy at the top of the key. Over to Alvarez. Now Murphy on the drive. She goes through the contact, and she's going to head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
So that time when they were trying to break the press, they didn't make the same mistake as last time. So if you go back to that last possession, they went sideline, and that acts as an extra defender because it's somewhere where you can't pass the ball. And that half-court line acts as just a total trap room. Great job to break it and able to get a little bit of a good look there at that time by Millie Hicks, but obviously it doesn't go down.
Yeah, that foul on the ground, so no free throws. But the Wildcats come right back with the steal from Alvarez. She's looking to run. She gets to the paint. Tries to dump it off to Hicks, but gets stolen away by Gleave. She has 2 steals now on the morning. And it's a charge there that time on, what's that? Looks like that was going to go on Gaylor. And it was a good positioning there by Gomez to get there and then just stay there through the contact.
Yeah, keeping your feet planted is it's a horrifying prospect sometimes. Barreling down like a freight train, you just kind of got to close your eyes and hope they give you the call. And in that case, it worked out very well for the Wildcats.
Gomez breaks the press early, gets all the way to the basket. It's stolen away. Again, Gleave comes away with it.
Gleave is reading this down low in the paint. They're seeing that they're just going to go to Millie Hicks every time.
Left-handed 3 there by Kennedy King, no good.
Yeah, again with the nice spacing by the Wildcats running down the court.
And that 3-point shot, something Kennedy King was familiar with yesterday, hit 4 of them with her 24 points in the riveting win against Whitehorse.
Yeah, yesterday we saw a lot of magic in the morning. It was a beautiful win for Piute. They just kept fighting. It was a back-and-forth affair. Got that layup to go down with just over 2 seconds left there in the fourth.
Talbot mid-range jumper, short. Defensive rebound there by Murphy. Up to Gomez. Back to Murphy. Now they swing over to Del Deguillo. Hicks kicks it back out for the 3. Wide. There, that time it looks like Landeros on the 3-point attempt, just a little wide right.
That was good court vision by Hicks, knowing that she has defenders coming down to swarm her in the paint, able to make the right read and kick it out, just not getting the shot to fall for the Wildcats.
Piute here with the ball. They can take one last shot here as they're up by 5 early in the first quarter. Now 6 on the game clock, 5. They go down low. The bank is open for Gleave. She had herself an amazing first quarter. 14-7 Piute on top of Wendover. This is state championship basketball brought to you by Zions Bank on KSLSports.com.
Celebrating over 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball. Providing quality concrete to Piute, Kane, Garfield, and Wayne counties, the mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best around.
Mom, we're going to Sam's.
Somebody shut the door! Ugh.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Joe Dolan Auto Body is a proud supporter of Piute High School athletics. Located in Cirqueville, Joe Dolan Auto Body can help with dents, scratches, paint jobs, and more. Give Joe a call today at 435-577-2442. Good luck, Region 20 teams.
Junction is your ATV destination, located in the middle of the Piute ATV trail system with the beautiful Beaver Mountains to the west and the Monroe Mountains to the east, and world-class trout fishing just minutes away. Wishing the T-Birds success.
The town of Kingston proudly supports all Piute High School athletes. Best of luck to all the hard-working Region 20 teams in the tournament games. Go Thunderbirds.
Welcome back to the second quarter. There we saw they added a few seconds there. Wildcats unable to get the full court shot to go, but they have the ball back here, going right to work. Beautiful step through. Drawing the foul there is Delgadillo. And let's send it down to Tyler Gibb, our sideline reporter.
Yeah, guys, Gabby Delgadillo picked up her second foul midway through that first quarter. She struggled with foul trouble in this tournament so far. But Coach Hicks said keep your head in the game when she was on the bench, and Gabby was very active coaching from the bench. Coach Hicks looks to Gabby to make a difference as they've been struggling offensively, and she works her way to the free throw line. Guys, back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Tyler, as Delgadillo goes 0 for 2, but you love to see that senior leadership.
Yeah, Delgadillo is a critical piece of this team's formation. I mean, we talk a lot about Millie Hicks. She's only a sophomore. We were speaking about it in the first quarter, too. I was saying it's your last game as a senior. It can be tough emotionally, and you may get caught in the antics of what's going on, but just play your game and go out on the right note.
Yeah, my last winter sport game actually happened here in the Sevier Valley Center. A nice spin. But yeah, playing as a senior and what you know is probably going to be your last ever go at this sport it takes a toll on you emotionally.
What a shot there from Amy Morgan. She gets her first 2 points of the day. 16-7 lead now here for the Wildcats.
Good cross-court pass there by Delgadillo.
A great ball movement from Wendover just in general.
Nice step through from Delgadillo. She can't get it to go, though.
Oh, that's shake and bake and no dinner.
Fast break here. Gleave throws it off the glass. Can't get the bounce, though. Defensive rebound there to Landeros and the Wildcats. Handing off to Murphy.
They're slowing it up right now with the Wildcats. Look at the spacing on the floor, the off-ball movement. That's the reason right now why they are playing on Saturday.
Delgadillo with the ball again. She spins into a double team and is fouled again. And there's a great game going on the court, but we've got another great game, don't we, Aiden?
Oh, yeah, Fab Rats Trivia. Fab Rats is a family-friendly YouTube channel. We ask you the question. You email the answer to uhsslive@gmail.com. Today's question, I was looking at it a second ago. Let's see. What 1A team holds the record for consecutive wins on the boys' side? Yesterday we asked you what the consecutive wins record for the 1A girls was, but what is the consecutive wins record for 1A boys? Email that answer to uhsslive@gmail.com.
Hey, email your answers in and win a free T-shirt. We're running out of free T-shirts here, so you better get one while you can, as the Wildcats can't convert there, as Kaisley King picked up her second foul there for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, she was in foul trouble yesterday as well, as Gleave misses the shot. And so that's going to be something to look at moving forward because Piute only has 7 eligible players.
Yeah, always something to look for with the Thunderbirds is foul trouble, as Gomez is wide again on that three-point attempt. Hit her first one, hasn't been able to hit since.
Yeah, and sometimes you start off with that very nice first shot, but then after that, it just doesn't seem to fall. And like we're talking about in these end-of-season games, that can be something that you start feeling the pressure building up. More miss after miss, you start really starting to doubt yourself. So it's important that you have to keep your head as you're on the court. Just being able to put the pass behind you instead, just look forward.
Yeah, as that pass sailed over the head of Tazy Morgan for the Thunderbirds. So the Wildcats get another stop. They've been stuck on 7 now here for a little bit. Would love to get some points this time down.
Yeah, they've been struggling right now on the offensive side. I feel like everything before the shot itself has been pretty good, but they just can't seem to find a bucket.
as Glee forces the jump ball there with Hicks, and it's going to be Thunderbirds ball. So another turnover here for the Wildcats, and it seems like they're doing a good job of finding Hicks, but then the Thunderbirds are collapsing so fast on her that as soon as she catches it, she's in a triple team.
Yeah, Piute knows that Hicks is the focal point of this offense. Almost everything runs through her. So they know that if they are able to stop her, then they're going to be able to stop the Wildcats pretty effectively.
As Hicks forces her own jump ball there and gets the Wildcats the ball back.
And that's what I love about Hicks. She's just relentless on both ends of the court. She, like we were just talking about, being able to put the pass behind her, she just focuses on the next play. And it pays off there. She gets the jump ball.
Del DeGio passes the timeline for the Wildcats, breaking the Thunderbirds press. But it's Gleave once again on the fast break after the steal. Her left-handed layup is good. She's got 11.
Gleave, also a senior, having a fantastic finish of her career today. She's putting it all out on the floor tonight.
Yeah, leaving it all out there for the Thunderbirds.
Hicks kicks it back out to Landeros. Jumper short there by Del DeGio, sorry. It's early.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah.
But also, I believe Wendover did have a 7-6 lead in the first quarter. They have not scored since.
As the and one there, as Gaylor gets that layup to go through the double team, through the contact, she'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for the conventional three-point play.
You know, that makes it a 12-0 run in favor of the T-Birds. And if you're Wendover, that's just something you're going to need to start trying to find an answer back and fast, because that's an unsustainable amount of points you're giving up.
Off the side iron for the free throw. Defensive rebound there to the Wildcats, and they're going to call a timeout. We'll take a Zions Bank timeout with them as well. This state championship basketball brought to you by Garcane Propane on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
It's time for championship basketball, and Lamb Excavating, located in Orderville, Utah, wishes all teams the best of luck in the postseason. Lamb Excavating can help you with all of your excavation needs, from gravel to chip seal and any other excavating. No job is too big or too small. Give Darwin and the boys a call, 435-648-2318. Now let's play some ball.
Last Chance Lumber is located in Circleville, Utah, and specializes in custom rough cut lumber. They offer quality products at fair prices. Contact Scott Dalton today at 435-231-3263 for your next order. Go T-Birds! The town of Marysville wishes all participating teams good luck in the postseason tournaments. Located in Piute County, Marysville is known for its various ATV trails and gorgeous scenery. They host many annual events with activities for the whole family. Go Thunderbirds!
Welcome back from the Zions Bank timeout for Big Time Banking with the home team field. Zions Bank is for you, as the Thunderbirds are out to a 20-7 lead on a 14-0 run here currently, halfway through the second quarter. Wildcats looking for something offensively out of the timeout.
Yeah, their spacing has been great. We talked about it earlier in the quarter as there's another turnover. It's Gleave again. Oh, what a crossover move. I mean, she's just on fire tonight. And she gets the layup to go in transition. But the Wildcats have been doing everything right until they get close to the basket. They either turn it over or they miss a shot badly.
Yeah, and like building off that, their spacing's good, but until then they haven't been able to get into the paint as they finally end the 16-point run.
As Du Bois gets her first points of the game off the bench.
Du Bois has been a spark for the Wildcats throughout this whole tournament. She comes in at crucial times and is able to put in a big offensive and defensive effort. And she's going to be a big part if the Wildcats are going to be able to claw their way back into this one. No pun intended.
As Gomez thought she got the clean block there, but instead it's a foul, and that's going to send Kaisley King to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line at 159 North Main in Panguitch. Legacy Ace Hardware. In and out there on the first, as Delgadillo checks back in for Du Bois.
I think if James Naismith was here, the inventor of basketball, do
Yeah.
you think he'd be happy to see where the game's at? I think he'd be really pleased to see the growth of the sport he created.
Oh, 100%. I feel like this is the type of level of basketball that he truly loved. I can't speak for the man, obviously, but Small town basketball, are you kidding me? This is where it all begins.
Yeah, it all started in a YMCA in the middle of Pennsylvania, so.
As Hicks gets the offensive board. Stolen again by
Oh, my
Gleave.
gosh.
Gleave is going incredibly hard right now. She goes up for another scoop and score.
She's got 15 here in the first half as it's 25-9 Piute. As Alvarez can't get the shot to go, but Hicks cleans up the offensive board, kicks it back out. And
Oh,
it's
my
stolen again by
goodness.
Gleave. This time she passes up court to Gaylor.
We're watching an all-time game right now from Gleave.
Deep to there from Kaisley King. It's no good.
She-
Hicks gets the rebound.
She's flying all over the floor offensively and defensively, stealing the ball on one end, scoring on the other. She's just putting together a masterclass, like you said.
Gomez with it. She'll take the three. Too strong. And it's going to be Thunderbirds ball again here as we're approaching 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
I feel like this is the first time we've seen the Thunderbirds in a half-court offense. It seems like they're always scoring in transition with Gleave right now.
Yeah, Gleave really clawing her way forward.
As Amy Morgan hits the Bryce Canyon City three-pointer, she's got 5 points all here in the second quarter.
The 1A record, 4 points scored in a single game, was 55 by Leslie Luna from Wendover back in 2021. I don't know if Cleve's going to be able to get to that mark, but right now she's making a great effort at it.
Deep three from Gomez, and that's pure from the Bryce Canyon City three-point line. We'll see if that can get the Wildcats going.
Yeah, Paulina Gomez is the leading three-point shooter right now for the Wildcats. She's had some excellent games in this tournament so far. Looking to get going, and she only has 6 right now.
Morgan with the ball here for the Thunderbirds. Nearly stolen, but it goes into the hands of Gleave. Too strong on the free throw line jumper.
So she is human. We're going to make sure she's human today. She has 1 miss.
Yeah, no, it took forever for her to finally miss a shot, but the Wendover fans and players are probably breathing a sigh of relief right now.
As it's another steal for Piute, as it's King this time. She goes to Morgan, and she's going to be fouled. And it's going to be a side out for the Thunderbirds. We'll see who they give that foul to.
It looks like it's going to go against Alvarez. That's her second of the game. So you could say they're in foul trouble. We've got a few with 2, but for the most part, this has been a pretty clean game today.
Yeah, definitely compared to what we've seen from a few games this tournament. Lots of games where players sitting with like 3 or 4 players sitting at 4 fouls for a majority of the fourth quarter. So by that metric, we're just a very balanced game.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds with the ball looking to add to that 16-point lead. Nice cut there, just can't get it. Good steal from Murphy for the Wildcats.
Yeah, she just followed her girl all the way down, kept her face toward her player. Great defense.
Nice pass from Hicks to Delgadillo, and she gets her first points of the day.
And that's exactly what Hicks is going to need to do in these situations where Pite's crashing down on her. If she can make the quick read, it often leads to a lot of open looks, and she's been doing a very good job of that this game.
Piute can hold for 1 shot if they choose. Instead, it's going to be a steal for the Wildcats out on the fast break now. And just a little overthrown there was Murphy. She can't chase it down before it goes out of bounds.
And it was a good hustle play by Murphy there, just not able to get enough of an angle on that. And 2 Piute defenders almost immediately right there around the ball before they let it roll out of bounds.
The idea was nice.
Yeah. It's the thought that counts.
Deep 2 here from Kaisley King. It's off the mark. And that's going to do it for the first half. Piute 28, Wendover 14. We'll be back after this for the SUU halftime report. This state championship basketball brought to you by Windy Mesa Studio on TeamHive.live and KTTA 8.1.
Are you looking for a way to bring character and brilliance to your home? Morgan Builders is proud to offer premium accent and security lighting. Our lighting solutions are fully customizable, tailored to suit your unique style and preferences. For a free quote, call Lynn Morgan today at 435-616-5035.
Welcome to the SU halftime report here. Dallin Richards along with Nate Thatcher, Aiden Mortensen, our sideline reporter Tyler Gibb giving us great stuff as well as we're at halftime here. Wendover jumped out to the early lead, but it's been all Piute since about halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, a lot of balanced scoring for the Thunderbirds right now. They have 5 different players that have gotten a bucket, and we can't say enough good things right now about the senior Casey Gleave. She's going out on what is called typically a high note. She's putting it all out there on the floor right now.
Yeah, Casey Gleave in yesterday's game had 13 points, already eclipsing that total in the first half. So like you said, just a spectacular showing. And on the scoreboard, this game at one point was 7-6 in favor of Wendover. Since then, though, Wendover only able to score 7 points. Meanwhile, Piute scoring 22, going on a 16-0 run. Just something that you don't see very often, but if you're a Piute fan, you're very happy about that result.
Yeah, balanced scoring there. Also, the other senior for the Thunderbirds, Ainsley Talbot, has 3 points there, all coming in the first quarter. And then for the Wildcats, here we'll talk about them coming out of the break here on the SU halftime report. SU's Utah Summer Games will start hosting the Special Olympics Utah in 2025.
This play-by-play sportscast is brought to you by Myers Family Dental. A better life starts with a beautiful smile. Located in Circleville, Utah, Myers Family Dental is a proud supporter of Piute High School athletics. Good luck, Thunderbirds.
Welcome back to the SU halftime report. SU's Utah Shakespeare Festival is a Tony Award-winning festival that draws hundreds of thousands of theater goers every year. As we talked about the Thunderbirds here a minute ago, but the Wildcats, they've tried to get Millie Hicks going. She's got 4 points. The Thunderbirds, though, doing a good job of double-teaming her down on the block.
Yeah, she was held scoreless there in the second quarter, and we were talking about it earlier there in the first half. The offense in the half court seemed to be trying to get down to Millie Hicks, and then she was met by that double team that you were talking about, and she wasn't able to get a shot up. The fact that she's only a sophomore, though, and she has this type of effect on defenses, I think will say a lot about her future career. But I think the key for the Wildcats in the second half is to use her maybe as a decoy where she'll draw defenders in, and then it has to be on her, which we did see a few times in the first half. She can kick it out. We can get some good looks from maybe mid-range or outside on the perimeter.
Yeah, she was shown excellent court vision as when Piute kind of started crashing on her, when she was able to realize that, she was able to kind of key off that and find an open look for her teammates. So doing an excellent job distributing the ball. And on her being a sophomore, to quote what Drake May said yesterday, she's someone you want to be game planning with, not game planning for.
Yeah, that was the SU halftime report. SU has a free health clinic, counseling, and mental health resources. We'll be back with the third quarter after this.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, featuring arena events including ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Bram Hill. And the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there.
Panguitch Drug Store on Main Street in Panguitch has provided pharmacy services for over 100 years and 4 generations. Refill your prescriptions online at drugstorewest.com or give them a call at 435-676-2212.
You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Panguitch City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Panguitch Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Panguitch City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success.
Piute County Special Service District 1 provides community services to all of Piute County. Bookmobile recreation, waste management, EMS, and school support. Wishing the T-Birds success.
Garcane Propane proudly sponsors Region 20 basketball. We are here to meet your propane needs. Call us 800-747-5403.
Rocky Mountain Fencing, located in Panguitch, has been serving southern Utah for over 20 years. owner Marquet Engelstead is a proud supporter of Region 20. Give Marquet a call today, 435-463-1659.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at ruby'sinn.com.
At State Bank of Southern Utah, we're not just your bank, we're your partners in financial success. With personalized service and a commitment to your goals, we're here for you every step of the way. State Bank of Southern Utah, where relationships matter.
If you are buying or refinancing a home, did you know you can request your own title company? Keep business local and request security title for all your title, closing, and escrow needs. Travis and Hillary wish all team success in the postseason tournaments.
Stan's Mark and Piute Trail RV Park is your one-stop shopping for gas, groceries, and camping supplies in Circleville. Let's go T-Birds.
Utah Independent Bank, locally owned with branches to serve you in Beaver, Salina, Monroe, and Milford. Our loan officers and staff are ready to serve you for all your banking needs. Bank with people you know and trust. Get custom banking with custom ideas and custom solutions at Utah Independent Bank.
This is the moment you're here, where you belong, you belong, you belong.
Wells Rural Electric strives to improve the quality of life in the communities we serve. We're so proud of the hard work and effort of our local student athletes. Go Wildcats! Trust your smile to Cody Wilson. Located in Cedar City, Wilson Orthodontics creates a fun, efficient environment while perfecting your smile. Schedule an appointment today, 435-586-8980.
Wendy Mesa Studios in Panguitch is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014.
The Piute County Chamber of Commerce welcomes you to the greatest playground in central Utah. Many recreation opportunities are found with horseback riding, hiking, rock hounding, river rafting, and of course ATVing. Come and enjoy Piute County. Go T-Birds!
At State Bank of Southern Utah, we're not just your bank, we're your partners in financial success. With personalized service and a commitment to your goals, we're here for you every step of the way. State Bank of Southern Utah, where relationships matter.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
Welcome back to 1A State Championship Basketball here at the Sevier Valley Center. Dallin Richards alongside my color analyst, Nate Thatcher, Aiden Mortensen, our sideline reporter, Tyler Gibb, as Piute is up by 14 here coming out of the break. They have the ball looking to add to it.
Yeah, this is a sizable lead that they have right now, obviously doubling the score of the Wendover Wildcats. But if I'm Wendover, listen, don't fear. This is a whole new half, player ball, but now you have a target score. Okay, we have to outscore them by 14. Let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, Wendover has been a second-half team throughout this tournament, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a comeback here.
Gleave turns the ball over on Thunderbirds' first possession. Fast break for the Wildcats as Delgadillo hits the ground hard. She draws the foul. As let's send it to our sideline reporter, Tyler Gibb, coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, guys, coming out of halftime, Coach Hicks cited turnovers and a little bit of lazy defense as the reasons they got off to the slow start in the first half. Wendover, they just need to wake up a little bit. The coaching staff has said it's an early morning, but they'll have one half under their belt. They'll look to come back in the second half. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Tyler. As Delgadillo hits both free throws from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, cuts the deficit down to 12, now in a full court press. Broken, though, by the Thunderbirds initially. Trapped now in the corner is Kennedy King as she travels.
Gabby's playing a fantastic first 30 seconds here in the second half. She's understanding spatial awareness on the defensive end. Great job in her lane on that fast break to get the foul and obviously convert 2 free throws. She might be sparking a little comeback right here.
Yeah, and it was, like you said, great awareness there. As she's able to keep her body stationary while also kind of using the arms to block off any passing lane along the court.
As Gleave gets yet another steal, and the fast break layup goes off this time. Gets the ball back, though. Goes over to Morgan. Now Kennedy King will take the 3. It's too strong. Rebound chased down again by Gaylor as that three-pointer from Gleave is off, and the Wildcats have the ball. Can cut it down to single digits here with the 3. Wildcats setting up in the half court. It goes over to Murphy. Now they get it to Hicks on the block. She's double-teamed. Tries to find Delgadillo, but it goes out of bounds off the Thunderbirds.
See, so that's what we talked about at halftime. They brought the double team on Millie, and what she immediately did was she turned right, and there was Delgadillo cutting to the basket. It obviously didn't go and went out of bounds, but that's what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, that was just a great read by Hicks.
The deep 2's no good. Fast break now for the Thunderbirds as Talbot loses it off her leg and couldn't chase it down.
Gleave looks like she's the fastest player right now on the court.
Yeah, no, every time she's on the fast break, it looks like she has a genie pass at Disneyland.
As Murphy brings the ball up court here for the Wildcats. Half-court offense. Alvarez gets it down to Hicks on the block. 4 players collapse on her, and it leads to the layup that goes in and out there for
Oh, my goodness. What a block. Absolute denial that time by Gaylor.
Yeah, no shot for you, she said.
As Talbot loses it, Delgadillo on the ground, and she knocks it over to Hicks, who looks to run for the Wildcats. She's going to go coast to coast. Her left-hand layup too strong. Gets her own miss, though, goes back up with it and draws the foul.
Yeah, that last possession for Piute looked like an early 2000s emo song. The bodies were hitting the floor.
Yeah, they just haven't found that rhythm right now, and that's causing Wendover to slowly get back in this game. They can cut it to a 10-point deficit right now.
As Casey Gleave picks up her first foul. First free throw from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, no good for Hicks.
If you look at the steal to foul differential of Gleave right now, it is shocking how very good it is.
As Gleave chases down the rebound off the missed free throw. Gets over to Talbot. And Piute's going to call a timeout. We'll take a Zions Bank timeout with them. We'll be back with the rest of the third quarter after this. This state championship basketball is brought to you by the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com.
Bloods Custom Meat is the answer when the question is where should you go for your meat processing. From beef to wild game, Lane Blood and his crew can take care of any of your custom meat needs.
Brown Brothers Construction offers a wide variety of construction and excavation services. We offer standard and decorative colored concrete to South Central Utah and Northern Arizona. We are excited to announce our concrete pumping service to Kane County, Utah and Coconino County, Arizona. We look forward to our next pour with you. Brown Brothers' success is a direct result of our dedicated and talented employees. If you're looking for a fun and fulfilling employment opportunity, join our team today. Everyone at Brown Brothers Construction wishes all athletes the best of luck in the postseason.
Welcome back to the third quarter here. Piute with the ball up by 12 in this 5th place game in the 1A basketball tournament. Piute moving it around the perimeter. It's Gleave, who's been the player of the game so far. Swings over to Talbot. Thought about the three. Instead, she'll drive. Kicks it out to Morgan. Now back to Gleave. Now it is Gaylor. And the deep two from Gleave is no good. Talbot fights for the rebound and gets it. She'll take the mid-range jumper, too strong, and Alvarez chases down the rebound.
Still looking for Alvarez to get a little bit more involved right now for Wendover. She is still scoreless.
Gomez short on the three for the Wildcats. She hit 2 in the first half. Couldn't get that one to go.
Yeah, right now shots on both sides looking like Mama and Papa Bear. Too strong, too short. None has been Baby Bear with just right.
As Morgan loses the ball on her drive, is able to get down on the ground, and it should be a jump ball.
Yeah, it is.
And the possession arrow with the Wildcats. So again, they can get it down to 10 or 9 here with a 2 or a 3, but it's been 28-16 for a minute now.
I mean, they're battling back and forth, and listen, if I'm the coach here in the second half, that's all I want. I think Coach Hicks is proud of her team and their response here in this third quarter.
Gomez drives, tries to get it to Hicks. What a pass. Too strong, though, on the finish. Offensive rebound there by Landeros as her shot goes out of bounds, but last touched by Piute. So Wendover ball. 19 on the shot clock as Alvarez is set to inbound.
Box set for Wendover off the inbound. Pass nearly stolen, but a great recovery there by Landros.
Delgadillo short on the three. And it's going to go out of bounds to Piute.
Still haven't heard any word on our Fabrats trivia, but again, that question was what team holds the record for consecutive wins on the boys' side? You can email that answer to uhsslive@gmail.com for a free T-shirt, and you got to hurry on those because we're throwing them out like crazy. We're almost gone.
As Gleave gets another steal, can't finish the layup though, and it goes out of bounds. Piute still looking for their first points here of the second half, now halfway through.
Gleave might be close to a double-double with points and steals alone.
That's a John Stockton stat line if I've ever seen one.
She might be closing in on his record with just today's game.
Oh, yeah. Unbreakable no more.
Wildcats with the ball here. It goes to Alvarez, who crosses the timeline.
She's no Chris Paul. She won't complain about it.
Exactly. She doesn't try and play the ref. She plays a very respectable game, as does everyone in this tournament. I don't think I've seen one player who really rubbed anyone the wrong way. All these players, very likable.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. The sportsmanship in this tournament is unrivaled. I feel like once you get to the higher ups, it's not even – because this is still competitive, but the sportsmanship is unheard of.
It's pure basketball. They leave everything off the court, and they just let the play do the talking for them.
As we said in the first half, as Naismith would have wanted.
As James Naismith would have wanted.
As earlier, Talbot picked up her third foul for the Thunderbirds, and just barely, Gleave picks up her second, sending Hicks to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. She gets the first to go.
So their defense is playing well. You know, obviously they only have 3 points now with that first free throw from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, but they're playing well on the other side, and that's allowing for them to close the deficit when they do score.
Too strong on the second, but it goes right to Alvarez, who cashes in.
Looking at the scoreboard, only 5 points in this to start the second half, but all 5 coming from Wendover, so Piute's going to need to find an answer.
As Hicks gets the steal for the Wildcats, cross-court pass to Alvarez goes out of bounds.
Hicks has got an arm. That's a cannon right there.
She does. She should be playing on that 8-man football team, throwing passes downfield. I could see it.
As that pass, it was the right idea, just a little tall to Alvarez, the shortest player on the court.
Yeah, Alvarez is scrappy, though. We talked about it in the first half. She understands her strengths, her weaknesses. She plays to the best of them.
As that pass goes through the hands of Gaylor, and another turnover. So Wendover has a chance to cut even further into this lead, as Piute still yet to score here in the third quarter.
Coach Westwood on the sideline trying to motivate his girls. He did not look happy after that last turnover. And I can't blame him because they're letting Wendover really get back into this one. As
that pass from Alvarez is stolen by who else but Gleave. Nice
Oh,
pass
my goodness.
to King. Her layup can't go. That was Kaisley. She gets her own miss.
Gleave absolutely threaded the needle on that pass.
Nice dribble through from Gaylor, but she can't get it to go. Now the Wildcats look to answer. It's Alvarez to set up the half-court offense. As they try to find her on the back cut, but can't. Gleave gets another steal.
Yeah, I think that's a double-double now.
That's got to be.
With steals.
With that steal, I'm going to the record book.
That is, I have no words for that. The fact that she is able to read these passes before they happen on such a consistent basis is phenomenal.
As Gleave has the ball to set up the Thunderbirds offense, she leads the way with 15. Now it's Talbot. She gets it over to Gaylor. Her drive, layup can't go. Delgadillo gets the rebound for the Wildcats, and she'll bring it up herself. Pulling up from deep, three is short.
So Piute's getting good looks, but they're not going in. Wendover is closing the deficit, but the problem is this little dry spell isn't going to last. And so they need to keep closing this if they want to get back in this game, because eventually Piute is going to score again.
So the UHSA record for steals in a game is 18, coming from Camille Christensen from Panguitch back in 2000 in a game against Piute.
Wow.
Well, there you have it, as Amy Morgan is checking out for, it looks like blood. We've had blood timeouts in about every game in the last 3 days.
Yeah, yesterday especially, we had some stitches and eyebrows. We had a lot of bloody noses. Physical games here in this tournament.
As Delgadillo's going to pick up the foul, and that's going to send Cameron Gaylor to the charity stripe.
Yeah, a chance to end the 5-0 run here going into the second half of the second half. And that would be a nice little momentum swing for the T-Birds.
Gaylor at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Too strong on the first. Still a lid on that basket there. And when we raised the hoop back up earlier this morning after turning our cameras on, there wasn't a lid on it then.
Well, the lid's not physically, you can't see it, but it's definitely been there, especially from the free throw line.
Yeah, it's the Phantom of the Sevier Valley Center who puts it there.
Too strong again on the free throw as Wildcats bring the ball up court with Delgadillo. She now has 3 fouls. They get it into Hicks, back out to Alvarez. Her drive and floater is blocked by Gleave, it looked like. When in doubt, I'll say it was Gleave.
As you should. She has been all over the place, so she's definitely earned those additional statistics she may or may not have had.
As Kaisley King with the nice little scoop and score. She's up to 3 points now as the Thunderbirds are finally on the board here in the third quarter.
Like I mentioned, you could only keep them off from the bucket for so long, and they get their first score of the third quarter.
Delgadillo's driving baseline, spins. There's double team, or they can call jump. They are, so it's going to be Thunderbirds ball.
And the Thunderbirds' interior presence has been nothing short of spectacular this game, allowing hardly anything in the paint, forcing Wendover to have to shoot from long to deep 3 range. And it's been working out in their favor for most of this game.
We're now up to a minute to play as Kaisley King travels. Tried to hold that pivot foot there on her toe, but just not quite big enough feet.
That's tough because she was about halfway down to doing the splits, and then she stopped herself. And obviously, you can't really ground your foot, and she just didn't get traction that time. Obviously, a travel.
And not a lot of traction on the toe of a basketball shoe.
No, you typically not.
You know, looking at him, yeah, there's not much padding there, mainly fabric.
As that three-pointer was just strong by Murphy, but chased down by Alvarez. She'll take a 3, and it's short.
Yeah, so they started out at the beginning of the third quarter going to Millie Hicks and using her to either score or distribute, and since then they've gone on a little bit of a dry spell of their own as they've just, as you said, Aiden, they're getting deep shots that just maybe aren't the smartest of shot selections.
Wendover winning this third quarter 5-2. Still trail by 11 as they get another steal. Fast break now for the Wildcats. A lot of contact, no foul there as Landeros was trying to get a shot up.
And knocking that ball away. How rude.
Gleave with a fantastic block. This game alone might put her in the 1A state tourney all-star game.
Oh, she definitely deserves it. She is playing out of her mind right now.
As Piute's going to call a timeout, we'll take a Zions Bank timeout as well. This state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Chrome in the Canyon Mule Cell on KSLSports.com.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit brycecanyoncityut.gov.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center here as we're 23 seconds to go in the third quarter of the fifth place girls game in the 1A state tournament. Dallin Richards along with Nate Thatcher, Aiden Morton, our sideline reporter Tyler Gibb bringing us great nuggets from the sidelines as well. As Piute has the ball, been a struggle offensively for the Thunderbirds here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but they still control the lead, and that's because of how well they've been playing defense, especially in the half court, forcing Wendover to take some really tough shots.
Gleave with the ball for the Thunderbirds. The presumed double-double with points and steals. As a nice bucket there from Talbot. Another senior, she's now up to 5. Just the two seniors for the Thunderbirds, Gleave and Talbot, both playing good today.
Yeah.
As it looks like they're calling a foul on Piute.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go against Gaylor. She was in disbelief about that call.
Now Gaylor's up to 3 fouls as well for the Thunderbirds. Her and Talbot both playing with 3 fouls. Again, only 7 players on the Thunderbirds roster.
Yeah, it makes staying out of foul trouble that much more crucial for the Thunderbirds.
As it's Murphy at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. She's pure on the first.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, that's her first point of the day.
You were talking about the only 7 players on Piute's roster. It kind of reminds me of that quote from the first Iron Man. Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps. They're doing more with less right now.
Yeah, they've really put on a show. It's a minimalist design to basketball teams, and it's working for them.
That's the end of the third quarter. Piute 32, Wendover 20. This state championship basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon City on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July. Camille Bagley with High Country Realty for over 25 years, helping buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give her a call and turn your dream into an address. BuyHighCountry.com.
Circleville Town proudly supports Piute High School in the 1A region and state tournaments. Good luck to all teams participating in the postseason games. Go Thunderbirds!
The Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch, where true cowboys, real cattlemen, locals, and city slickers gather for our famous homemade food. Big news, we are moving to a new location that includes a large banquet room to accommodate large parties and events. Come see us at the new Cowboy Smokehouse in Panguitch.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. As we get underway in the fourth quarter, let's send it over to Tyler Gibb, our sideline reporter.
Yeah, guys, Piute almost didn't make it to this game. It took a layup with 2 seconds left from Cameron Gaylor yesterday. Coach Westwood said he drew up a totally different play in the timeout, but when he saw that the White Horse defense came out in man, he called out a different play, and it worked to perfection. As for a little injury update, Amy Morgan left late in the third quarter with some blood on her right knee. They taped it up. She didn't seem to be in too much pain. I'd expect to see her again in this quarter. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Tyler, for that. As there's a foul on Wendover there on their first offensive possession, so no points to show for as it's still 32-20. Gaylor now with the ball going against that full court press.
You know, all what Tyler said, there's really nothing athletic tape can't fix.
Talbot on the drive. Her left-handed layup too strong. Rebound fought for, and Talbot's on the ground, and she's going to pick up the foul. I believe that's number 4 on Ainsley Talbot.
Yeah, I'm not good at calling fouls, so I'm going to wait until the scoreboard shows it, and yep, that is going to be 4. Last time I tried that, I shot about 0 for 7 on the foul call. So I'm waiting for the professional to do the job. But yeah, 4 fouls there against Ainsley Talbot, and that's going to be an interesting thing to monitor as we go down the final stretch of the fourth quarter.
Delgadillo gets it down to Hicks on the block, and she draws the foul. And she'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for a pair.
Hicks right now, she's painting like Da Vinci. An artist in the paint, drawing left and right fouls, getting to the line, trying to claw their way back into this one.
So that's the third foul on Gleave. First one in and out for Hicks.
Yeah, rattling around like a tambourine before dropping to the ground. Just a tough break for the Wildcats.
Hicks lines up for a second. Short on that one, and Gleave gets the rebound for the Thunderbirds. Swings it up to Morgan, who's back into the game with that tape just under her right knee. As it's a 10-second call, they couldn't get it across half court, so good half or full court pressure there from the Wildcats.
Now that might be the first 10-second violation I've seen all tournament long. So an excellent job in the full court situation by Wendover, forcing a very timely turnover, something they desperately need.
As the Wildcats have the ball here, it's Delgadillo, gets it down to Hicks. She's double-teamed immediately. Nice cross-court pass, but it sails over the head of Alvarez as she started to cut when her teammate thought she was going to stay back behind the three-point line.
Yeah, and just a little too much on that pass, soaring over the head. And it's situations like that where you just, as a player, you wish you could just jump that much higher.
Thunderbirds this time cross half court. Trap, though, immediately is Gaylor, and is it going to be a foul or a jump ball? I believe it's a foul.
And that's a tough break. That definitely looks from a jump ball up here, but again, refs happen to make a split-second decision down there with the floor angle, which, learning that doing camera yesterday, is extremely different from what we have up here.
As is going to be Hicks' second foul of the day, second team foul on the Wildcats, as they get the ball inbounded to Gleave, and it's stolen away by Delgadillo. Delgadillo, seeing one senior get a lot of steals, she says, I can do that too.
Yeah, I'll do. She said, I'll do you one better, as she rips that away with authority.
As the entry pass to Hicks just sails over her hands, so it's going to be another turnover. Piute ball still up by 12, though struggling against this full court trap.
Yeah, Piute need to stay away from the sideline. Like we mentioned earlier, acting like an extra defender in these situations, and they're seeming to go to that near sideline every time.
As it is going to be a jump ball this time, as the possession is with Piute, so they'll have the ball with 20 on the shot clock.
20, that's a big number. Can't count that high myself, but I respect people who can.
Love us comms majors, right?
Oh, yeah. Everything you say about communications majors, definitely true.
As the Thunderbirds set up their half-court offense here. It goes to Gaylor at the free throw line. She gets into the paint. Scoop shot, no good. Delgadillo gets the defensive rebound. Now up to Alvarez on the fast break. She gets into the paint. Her layup just short. And it goes to Tazy Morgan for the Piute Thunderbirds.
Now on the whole subject of math, basketball, really one of the most mathematically based games out there. You got to use a lot of geometry, especially in situations like those layups. You got to know where to place that ball up against the backboard before dropping in. Same thing kind of on those passes. You need to be able to throw it right off the defender without knocking it off yourself. So it's really impressive, the critical thinking skills of these players.
Would you say geometry, grade, and how good you are at basketball are directly correlated?
You know, I wasn't good at statistics, so I'm going to say there might be some correlation, but no causation.
As there's another jump ball, as Hicks came in and tied up the Thunderbirds, and that gives the Wildcats the ball.
Yeah, probably about the same kind of correlation as, you know, the release of a new Nick Cage movie and an increase in drownings in America. That's a true one.
As we've got another Zions Bank timeout, this state championship basketball brought to you by Great Lakes Cheese on TeamHive.live.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today. Are you looking for ways to protect your agricultural-related investments from lack of precipitation and market downturns? We are the Ag Experts. Our team specializes in PRF insurance, LRP insurance, and ranch insurance. Give Chad a call today to learn how you can protect your calf check from the market downturns and your livestock range from drought. Don't get caught at the bottom of the cycles. Choose the experts. Choose us, your agriculture insurance specialists. Call Chad Lyman with Tyler Jeffs & Associates at 435-633-5981.
Celebrating over 80 years of service, Garfield Ready Mix and Bryce Valley Builders are proud to sponsor 1A basketball. Providing quality concrete to Piute, Kane, Garfield, and Wayne counties, the mutters at Garfield Ready Mix are the best around.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center here after that Zions Bank timeout.
You know, going before break, you just mentioned Nicolas Cage. You know, in a movie called National Treasure, he steals the Declaration of Independence. Casey Gleave stealing some balls today of her own.
Yeah, she's looking at her teammates, looking around, going, Cameron, I'm going to steal the ball.
That's a pretty good Nicolas Cage impersonation.
What can I say? It's a skill.
As they're going to call a foul on, it looks like that's going to go to Elizabeth Landeros, her second. So Piute with the ball up by 12. 5 minutes to play now in the fourth quarter.
If you DM me on Twitter at Mortensen Sports, I will record a voicemail message for you as Nicolas Cage. That's MORTENSEN Sports. If you message me on there, I will record you a voicemail message as Nicolas Cage.
As another foul on the Wildcats. This one going on Delgadillo, her fourth. Piute with the ball under their own basket here. Looking for the first point of the fourth quarter.
Ooh, good effort on Delgadillo right there, trying to get the steal.
As the drive by Tazy Morgan, no good on the layup, but she'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for two. And we'll see who they give this foul to. That one's going to go on Landeros, her third. So her Landeros with 3, Delgadillo with 4 for the Wildcats. First one rims out. No good on the second either. Wildcats looking to run, and again just sailed over the head of Alvarez.
It's always with Alvarez, it seems like, in that fast break, that kind of misjudge how tall that pass should be. And she's leaking out to the corner, which is where she wants to shoot her shot, right? She's one of those really good three-point shooters. And so that time it's obviously just a little too high, but they're still got to bring the pressure. They're only down 12. I feel like they've closed it as much as they could, but they've gone back and forth.
But Wendover running a nice 2-2-1 press. Unfortunately, not getting it to go there, but they've done an excellent job forcing it to the sidelines, like we talked about earlier, using that as a kind of a sixth defender on the court and forcing Piute into some very tough situations.
As the Thunderbirds are in the bonus now, so they'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. First one is good. Second one for Kennedy King rolls around and in, so she gets her first 2 points of the game. And Wendover's going to call a Zions Bank timeout. This state championship basketball brought to you by Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com.
Mom, we're going to Sam's.
Somebody shut the door!
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center here as there's 4:39 to play here in the 7th place game in the girls bracket for the 1A state tournament here on 1aball.com. Dallin Richards, Tyler Gibb on our sideline, Nate Thatcher and Aiden Mortensen, my color analysts. As Wendover turns the ball over, and it's a fast break for the Thunderbirds. Gets slowed down initially, but mid-range jumper from Kaisley King, no good. The Thunderbirds get the miss as Gleave drives in and gets the layup. Her first points of the second half. She now has 17.
Yeah, she originally in that first quarter had that nice touch around the basket on those layups. She's able to return to that form here in the fourth quarter.
As the Bryce Canyon City three-point shot there is good from Cadence Murphy. She now has 4 points.
And a great job there by Morgan using those elbows to clear out space, but without using them as weapons, because that's usually when refs start calling it. So if you're able to use them as more of a space-clearing tool, and instead of swinging them wildly left and right, then you're going to be more likely to be able to clear some space and make an open pass like we saw there.
As Delgadillo picks up her 5th foul on the block, so the seniors' day is done. Not how a senior usually wants to see their last game go out, but Gabby Delgadillo left it all on the line here for the Wildcats today.
I know there's something to be said about those 5 fouls. It shows that she's playing hard and hustling on defense. Like she really left it all out there. Nothing to be ashamed of with fouling out. That just means you really took the effort on defense.
It's the second free throw from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, rims out. Gomez now with the ball for the Wildcats, and she dragged her pivot foot there and hits a travel, so it'll be Thunderbirds ball, still up by 14.
Yeah, this game's still at 14, like you said, with 3:40 left to go. It kind of makes it seem a little out of reach, barring a miraculous comeback there by the Wildcats.
Kennedy King's three-point shot is short, goes out of bounds, last touch by Piute, so it'll be Wendover ball.
Yeah, you're going to have to start hitting your three-pointers at a very high clip if you're the Wildcats, if you want to make your way back into this one, down 14.
As Alvarez gets into the paint, mid-range jumper just short there by Du Bois, and it goes to Gleave looking to run for the Thunderbirds. Talbot now, she'll take the big three, just short. Du Bois gets the defensive rebound.
That was college range. That's a little farther out. Obviously, this court has all 3 different three-point lines, so a natural tendency is to take it deep, but she almost got it that time.
As Hicks can't get the layup to go there for the Wildcats, and Morgan comes away with it for Piute, picks up her dribble, finds Gleave for help. Now over to Talbot. Talbot's going to drive into the lane and run into Du Bois. Hard collision there, and
she's
they're
down.
Going to call Du Bois on the foul. And she now is getting up. A little slow to get up there was Du Bois. As Talbot is going to go to the free throw line here for a pair from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Good to see her get up, though. She's, patting her head a little bit. It seems like she slammed it down when she fell down to the floor. Ref kind of went up to her and said, hey, you're okay. Looks like she's going to stay here in the game.
First one from Talbot. Rolls around the rim and off. As Cameron Gaylor's going to check back in for Gleave.
Yeah, getting Gleave a little rest.
She's getting an ovation here. We'll see if she comes back or if that was to give her an ovation going out as a senior.
I mean, very well deserved if that's her last time on the floor. It looks like it might be. I don't know if I see her a little bit emotional over there.
Yeah, and she just seems to be taking it all in on the bench over there. She played her heart out today, and it shows within the scoreboard.
As Du Bois gets that finger roll to go, she has 4 points off the bench now for the Wildcats.
How about coming back from that little injury just a second ago and get a nice little layup at the rim?
As the shot from Kaisley King goes long, but Morgan gets the defensive rebound.
And another thing I love about 1A ball is you see all these different schools coming to support each other. In Wendover, you see teams like Monument Valley and Whitehorse coming out to support them when they're not playing. And it's so nice to see the community that this game really helps develop in these rural communities.
As Morgan's three is short, and now it's Hicks on the fast break following the miss. And she's going to be fouled by Kennedy King. Just the third team foul, though, on the Thunderbirds, so no free throws yet.
Yeah, that was a good foul that time by King as she realized, yeah, we're not giving them in the bonus right now, so let me stop Hicks from getting a bucket in transition.
Wildcats looking for the inbound there, and it gets stolen away, this time by Talbot. Talbot gets it up to Gaylor. Nearly traveled, but kept her pivot foot. Now it is Kaisley King with it. Now Talbot at the elbow, thought about the shot and says she'll pass to Kennedy King. She'll take the 15-foot jumper, no good. Talbot gets the offensive board, throws it to Gomez, but is able to recover.
Yeah, as it looks like they're just trying to really run down clock right here. Leave as little time for Wendover possessions as possible.
Nice backdoor cut there from Morgan, the assist to Talbot, as it's going to be a timeout for Piute as they make a couple substitutions here as well. We'll take the Zions Bank timeout as well. This state championship basketball brought to you by the University of Utah on KSLSports.com and KTTA 8.1.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese and Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Back to the Sevier Valley Center here as Piute has the lead late in the fourth quarter, as now Wendover's going to call a timeout. So we'll take another break here for a Zions Bank timeout. This state championship basketball brought to you by Ruby's Inn on KSLSports.com.
Joe Dolan Auto Body is a proud supporter of Piute High School athletics. Located in Circleville, Joe Dolan Auto Body can help with dents, scratches, paint jobs, and more. Give Joe a call today at 435-577-2442. Good luck, Region 20 teams.
Junction is your ATV destination, located in the middle of the Piute ATV trail system with the beautiful Beaver Mountains to the west and the Monroe Mountains to the east, and world-class trout fishing just minutes away. Wishing the T-Birds success.
It's time for championship basketball, and Lamb Excavating, located in Orderville, Utah, wishes all teams the best of luck in the postseason. Lamb Excavating can help you with all of your excavation needs, from gravel to chip seal and any other excavating. No job is too big or too small. Give Darwin and the boys a call, 435-648-2318. Now let's play some ball.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center as Ainsley Talbot, the senior for Piute, just fouled out. So she's going to get a nice, much-deserved standing ovation here from the Piute faithful, as the other Wendover had just called that last time out. Got their 4 seniors into the game other than Delgadillo, who had fouled out earlier. But Paulina Gomez, Viridiana Garcia, Cadence Murphy, Elizabeth Landeros are all out there on the court with Millie Hicks, who's at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. You love being able to get all of your seniors, even Garcia, who hasn't been able to play much, into the game here late.
Yeah, and then on the other side, Ainsley Talbot just checked out for the Thunderbirds as Glebe comes back in. So it looks like Talbot's done for her high school career. That's what's great about kind of this last day, is it's so emotional, and as Glebe, gets a reverse layup to go. There's so much emotions that are running through your head as a senior in your last game.
And now Gomez dishing it down, tries to find Hicks. Hicks rips it away, but I think they're going to call the jump ball first. They will, and it's going to be Wendover ball. Piute's going to substitute. I think this is going to be for Glebe, and it is, and she's going to get a much-deserved standing ovation. That's got to feel great as a senior, getting a standing ovation going off the court.
Yeah, that's just so great to see, as she is getting just a little bit emotional, hugging the coaches and sitting down with her fellow senior.
As Gomez gets a nice floater to go for her. She's got 8 points here today for the Wildcats. no more shot clock here, and it looks like Piute will be able to just run this thing out.
Yeah, still running a little bit of an offense here. Maybe they want some of these other girls to score. They're just going to pass around.
And so that is going to do it here as the final seconds tick off. Piute's going to get the win 42-28 here and take 5th place in the 1A girls tournament. Wendover will take 7th place. Congratulations to both teams on a great tournament. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have the Rubies in post-game report and an interview from the winning coach, Westwood, from the Thunderbirds. This state championship basketball is brought to you by Chicken Lights and Chrome Truck Show in Pingwich on KSLSports.com.